Some time ago I had done a video about the TX3340 that I had purchased with the voice music and a couple other machines and some tapes. Sold that on eBay. Guy contacted me about the amplifier and said that that wasn't working when he received it. So he took it apart and said the tube wasn't lighting up. So now I got to deal with this. I offered to send him a replacement tube, which is the best I can do. I do have a guarantee on my items, but unfortunately once somebody opens something, I can't guarantee it anymore, as he could have. You know, these people tell me they take the stuff apart, and I don't know whether they've swapped parts, changed out, you know, tubes, and if he tries to send it back to me, and PayPal will give him his refund, if he sends it back to me and it's not in the condition that I had sold it to him, I can't give him a refund. That's just how my policy works. So I got that whole bit of mess to deal with. But we'll take a look at a very nice machine. It is the Brenell MK5. Let's see what this is. Serial number 3 TR. Yeah, that's what it says on the little name badge up here. It says oddly 200 volts to 250. 50 hertz. Okay, odd thing about this, and I'll show you in a minute, it is the voltage selector on the back with the fuse for 110 volts. So I don't know if this machine would be safe running on 110 volts, or actually we're about 125 here. It used to be 110 volts years ago. Changed it many times. As you can see, it's got the two heads, space for the third, and the erase. I'll be removing this whole amplifier section, taking this out of the case, and well, actually I'll probably leave this in the case, but anyway, I want this transport itself, as I've got a stereo tube schematic for building a very high quality preamplifier with the amplifier for this, and it's record and playback as well. Most are only playback only schematics that you get out there. This is pretty nice setup. It doesn't have that stupid glim tube, which I can't stand. Sometimes it's cool, but sometimes it sucks. Sorry about that, moving the chair. I did some modifications to this machine. See if I can get this up here. I've got quite a few questions for people that know about Brenells. As you can see, I've never really dealt with British machines besides the EMI, but I didn't know that the British quality of electronics was that high. You know, I've always loved the German stuff, but I guess the US stuff is good too, but really this is just very neat and tidy is the point. That's all I'm trying to say. It's very neat compared to the Ampexes and stuff that are kind of crammed in the case, the PR10 and such. I modified it so I could unplug the speaker, and I just put some electrical tape on that so it won't short out, because all these unplug, but then you've got to unsolder the speaker cables to try and get this out to work on it. That was one stupid design for that, where everything else on this machine is highly designed. You know, it looks like somebody took hours to design, and that was just kind of something that was thrown in. Sorry about that. Oh God. I marked this with the black Sharpie, as you can see, in the original position, because I wanted to clean it. I don't know what this control does, but it looks like it goes to the power supply. The thing I can't understand about this machine is on the power supply, the power cord comes in, and then trying to think how to explain. It goes to the switch and it comes back out, and it looks like it goes up to this transport with no voltage selection at all. So I don't know if these motors in this are designed to handle a wide range of voltages or what. It makes no sense to me. I guess I can go ahead and show you that. Let me slide this back in here. This machine, it's quite interesting. I guess these were semi-professional machines, and it looks just like a EMI TR50, 51 or 52 or whatever. It might not look like it, but it's just kind of the same size, and you know, I guess, you know, like a ferrograph and such, they're all kind of in the same class is what I mean by that. They're all, you know, semi-professional machines, or portable professional, whatever you prefer. And it's nice that this one's got all the controls on the front. Windstorm. It goes up to 15 IPS and down to 1/7/8. I don't know if you have to pop this out or what to get it all the way up there. Squeak, squeak, squeak. The British were especially, I guess, famous for this. The Germans did it on the magnetophone M5. But I don't know any other ones that did this. If I can... I'm gonna keep... This one's a bit tight on this, I don't know why. Always had this problem. There we go. Sorry, I'm not holding the camera here. It's stiff and I just oiled it. Oiled it a couple weeks ago, actually. There we go. I don't want to pull that too tight, as I would have to unplug all these cables and deal with that. Oh God, I guess I'll have to. I apologize for this video. I probably haven't done my best in making it, but it's quite hot here. And sometimes heat tries people's patience, I guess. That whole eBay thing, I guess, has got me quite worked up as well. Okay. Much better. So yes, the Germans did this on the magnetophone or Telefunken. There we go. Don't want to pull too tight on these cables. Not very, very long, but they're it's just enough to pull up and do this. So my concerns with this machine, though, I had to replace the power cord because somebody cut the plug off and cut 99% of the cord away. So I did this. Replace this with a nice SOW type cord, not an SVT, because I want something that's going to withstand a little bit more use. Here's the on and off switch. You've got two leads that come in from this switch and goes to this connector, which goes right up to the transport. Okay, and that's power, and they're real small, real fine wire, as if they weren't carrying much current. But you'd think with these motors they would have to you know, carry quite a bit. But I guess in Britain with your 240 volts and Europe with 220, you typically don't have to worry so much about the size of your cables as much as we do for current. Anyway, I guess this wire just connects right here underneath. It's kind of a weird way of doing it. But you see it goes down here. The two other wires, one goes in the transformer and the other goes down to that voltage selection switch. I don't know what that does. I have no clue why the transport wouldn't care about voltage. It's something interesting. And these motors, quite interesting. They're real small compared to, you know, some of the motors we'd use in our machines over here. The belt's going to be replaced one day, but I'm not concerned about the counter as much. Okay, sorry, just moving that bumper up there. You've got your, I guess your power tubes, rectifier tubes. Maybe they're not. I'm not sure, maybe it's the bias oscillation board with this. Looks like the bias oscillator. I don't know much about British electronics, so kind of winging it. Here, you know, our stuff is typically set up quite different. What are those? Look like, I don't know what kind of tubes those are. Anyway though, that concerns me how it's feeding power to this straight from the wall. I guess it won't hurt it too much though, plugging into 125 volts compared to 200. Less voltage is much better than more. So all these are already cleaned. You've got your connector right here, you just slide that out. All these will get replaced one day. Thanks for watching. Let me know if anybody out there knows what that adjustment's for, or anything about the power selector on it. Nothing's truly labeled, not even on and off. I don't, you know, you just plug it in, I guess, and see what happens. Thanks for watching.